part 2 of the CSS crash course for beginners series. So in this part we will first start with the concept of classes and ID in CSS. So as with our CSS, you can see means we cannot always target this h1 s3 p. So because it is generally difficult to target all this every time, h1 body h3. So we have the concept of classes and IDs in CSS. Although we use classes more, but there is a difference, and at many places we prefer the IDs. So to understand that, let me first do one thing. Let me wrap this whole thing in a div. And I will give it the class name of box1. So as you can see, we give the class name to anything. We can give it to h1 also, s2 also, p also. So with the attribute of class and equal to any name which we choose. So let me do one thing. Let me copy it. Hello JSdev. So this is the second part. Let me save it, and you can see they're coming 2 times. So now we will first see what is classes. So class is something which we can repeat many times. Means we are using it here, then we are using it here. We can use it 100 times. So and when we target it, see these things we're targeting like h1 s3 p directly. We cannot target the class like this. So we target it by, let me write it at the end only, like dot with this dot and box1, it means classes. And let me give it a background color of light yellow. Let me give this and save it. So see what happens. The div was wrapping all this, so it got changed. So div was wrapping all this, so it got changed. So what is IDs now? ID is something which is unique, which we can give only once. So for the sake, let's see this p which will target this. I want to change the color of it to differentiate it from this p. So what I will do, I will give it the ID. So the attribute is known as ID, and let me call it second p. Save it. And to target the ID, we use a hash, not a dot, a hash. And let me give the color as red. And see, the color have now become red. So this is the 2 types by which we will use the most in CSS, classes and ID, and we will use them to target different things. So after that, let me show you one of the most important thing in CSS, which is known as the box model. For this, let us go to my blog on which this video is based. So this box model is there. So every element have a box model. It means every element, box model is a model which is a space around every element. So it will have a content. Content means the whatever it is inside, like inside a div, something which we write, lorem ipsum, anything, any paragraph or something, some text which you write, that is the content. So the area outside it is known as padding. Then we have a border, and then we have a margin. So this padding and margin are transparent. Border we have to give the color. If you leave it, there won't be any border. So let us move ahead and let us understand box model. So to understand box model, let us come here and L- let me give a id. So there is a short form also in VS Code which I will tell you. Div, then I will give hash box model, and I will press tab. See what it did. It created a div with the id of box model. So lorem, let me give a lorem 30, and it will create this. And after that, let me save it. So it has been shown like this. Now we will see the box model. We will write the styles for the box model. Let me come here, box model. I'll target the box model. After that, let me give a background color so that we can differentiate it easily. Background color is light gray, not light, yeah, light gray. Width, let us give it the width 300 pixel. Border 15 pixel solid, and let me give it green. Padding of 50 pixel, margin of 20 pixel, and let me save it. And now if you come here, see, this is our box. So what it did, first the background color light gray, the width is 300 pixels, so that is not the box model. The box model starts here. So content is there, content is this much, okay. Then after that we gave a padding of 50 pixel, 50 pixel like this. After that we gave a border of 15 pixel, so border of 15 pixel all around. Then we gave a margin of 20 pixel. See, one of the main differences between margin and padding is that padding is something which is associated with the content, which is around the content, and margin is something which is between that element and the nearest element. So the margin, see, from here to here, this is the margin. So there is one another way to see this in a better way, and for that only I use generally Firefox Developer Edition. See, it is better than Chrome. For that only, it is a very good browser for developer. So when I right click and do inspect element, there are some extra tabs, and it is very good for CSS grid also, which is the advanced form of CSS which is nowadays used, and it is very easy, and it has replaced everything from CSS. Bootstrap, there is a library called Bootstrap which is very popular and generally used by developers because they find this normal CSS a bit tough, but it is not tough even without CSS grid and CSS flexbox. But with CSS grid and CSS flexbox it is very easy, and I am soon going to have series on them also, CSS grid and CSS flexbox. So one thing very good about this Firefox edition is that it has got something for grid also. If you have grid, it will show that. So I have done it on a box model. Let me take my mouse over here and it will give me this. So this yellow thing which you are seeing, it is the margin. Then after that purple green thing is our border, the purple thing is our padding, and the blue thing is our content. So if you see this thing, this is very nicely it is explained. The margin is 20 pixel, means this is 20 pixel here, 20 pixel here, 20 pixel here, 20 pixel here, then this 15 pixel is like this, then this 50 pixel is here, 50 pixel is here, 50 here, 50 here, and this is the content size which can vary accordingly. So this is all about our box model. But there is one more thing which I want to tell, that see, the margin we had given it like this, margin of 20 pixel. So there are 20 pixel means all around 20 pixel, but we can give the short form also, and generally we don't give in this way, we give in another way. Let me show. That is known as margin. Instead of a 20 pixel, we can write it like this also: 20 pixel, 20 pixel, 20 pixel, and 20 pixel. This means top, right, bottom, and left. So instead of there will be many time it will arise like we don't want all the margin, so we will give it like margin top, and we will make it anything. Maybe we'll do it as a 5 pixel. Then margin right. Actually it comes in a clockwise order: top, right, bottom, left. 10 pixel margin bottom, again 5 pixel, and margin left 10 pixel. But you see this only when we will apply not all 4 margin, but maybe 1 margin or 2 margin. You will see this short form here, because there are another short forms of this, of actually this thing. If I can write this thing in two another forms also, so I will one form I have already shown about this form. So instead of this, I can write this 5 pixel, this 5 pixel, this 10 pixel, and this 10 pixel. So one way, let me do one thing, let me move it down here so that you can understand these two are the same thing. And the other way is to write it is in a pair. So I will give margin, it will be 5 pixel and 10 pixel. This is also very common way which you will soon which you will see a lot of time. So this 5 pixel means, this 5 pixel means top and bottom. This 10 pixel means right and left. So it represents exactly the same thing which this above one represents. So this is also a common way. So what I will do, I will comment it out because I'm not going to use it, but I will keep it here for margin reference. Let me save it and keep it here. So after that, what we will do, we will learn some more font properties. So we had already learned a lot of font property, like I think font family we learn a bit, font weight, font size we learn. But let us now learn some more font families. Let us change the font of this S3, both of them we will change. So for that, there's another way in which we can target it, and this way is very much preferred, because in large project what happens, if you don't use this way, a lot of CSS will get messed up. Box 1 H3. So what does that mean? So it means this box, inside the box 1 class, wherever this S3 tag is there, you change the style properties for that. So it will target two things. One is this box 1, this S3, this CSS basic course, and another one is CSS basic course for you. These two things it will target. So let us do it again. So let me change the background color to aquamarine color to, let me change it to dark gray. Let me see how it looks. Let me close it, we don't want it now. Yeah, it is looking good. So after that, padding, after that we will do the font family. We already have a font family for all of our CSS, all of our HTML, everything will have this, but if we write it again it will overwrite it. So let me give Tahoma, yeah, need this Tahoma, and save it, and so it will change it. Now let me give font weight 800. So there are some other things also, like lighter, bolder, I think, and 100, 200, 300 till 800. So font weight 800 I will give, so it will make it bold. And font style italics. So font style italic I will do, so it will change it to italic. See, change it to italic. So I think there are some other also font style, I think underline, I don't know whether it is there or not. No, it is not there, I am mixing it. So yeah, let it be italics only. So font styles we have learned. After that, what we'll do, we will do some text decorations. So text decoration, yeah, I was mixing it up actually. So this text decoration is there. In this we will have the property underline. So let me save it, and what it will do, it will give a underline. See, in both of this which we are targeting, it gave a underline. So the other properties, I think it is line through and overline. Let me give that also and show you. Line through will cut it, and overline will have it over. So there is another property which we can use it like this, I think, underline overline. See, it will give this nice line over and under. So it is, see, it is nice. So, and then we will see the text transform property. I have seen using this a lot in project text transform. Text transform, it is one of the main properties uppercase. So you can write anything and you make the property as uppercase, it will change all the text to uppercase. See, everything has become uppercase. Then you can do a lowercase also, everything will become lowercase. And there is another good thing, value known as capitalize. So what will capitalize do? Yeah, see, it will make this first one capital, CSS it is taking as all as capital because this is how I gave it, so it will not override that. But you got my point. Like for you, F it made it capital. Why it made it capital? I didn't give them capitals there. Okay, so this is the capitalized property. And then we will see a very good property which is known as letter spacing. It is used a lot. 0.2 em. See, I'm not saving it right now. See, the letter are very close to each other, so we will make them a bit apart. So letter spacing I will give, see, they have come a bit apart. And after that, what I will see, what we'll see is this is the word spacing property. Word spacing, let me make it 0.8 em. So the word are spaced, this word they are spaced, so this is the word em property. So now this completes most of our font property. Now we will see a way to styles the list. We have seen list in the previous part in HTML and it was really ugly. So let us create a list and we will style it. We'll create an unordered list, so let's create it. Div dot categories. Actually I'm going to have a div inside it, everything will be there with the class name, and then h2 categories unordered list. I am having an unordered list, and again I will show another emit shortcut li. I will give into 5 and then I will press the tab, so it will create the li 5 times. Then what I will do, inside the li I will have a anchor tag for each one of them. Generally this is the way in which we have this anchor tab. We click on this anchor tab, it will take us to a different link. This way we generally make menus also, but that is for advanced topic. But generally we have it like this: anchor tag href, let it go nowhere, category 1, did I miss something? Yeah, I missed that thing. Yeah, why it is taking double? Yeah, now it is okay. Let me copy it. Make it 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me save it. And it will show these categories. Let me have some break row, so that it moves it a bit on the top and I have some space. So this is how it has been shown. And now let me target it with this class. And let me give a border 1px solid and a bit of gray ccc. And this is another form to write a short. ccc means 3 times and 6 times. Only I give 3 times, it means it will by default take 3 more times, ccc. Then I will give padding 10 pixel Let me save it. I will show another property. So this is done. See one thing, this edges, see this, they're very sharp. This edge, this is very sharp, this is very sharp. So I want to make it a bit round, smooth, a bit of smooth. So there is a property known as border radius. I will make it 15 pixel. Let me save it. Now see them, they're rounded, they're rounded, they're rounded. So now let me target the h2, this h2. So we can target it by, as I have told earlier, I don't want to target any other h2. So the categories and then h2 text align center. So this is another useful property. If we give it anything, it will bring it to the center. See, it gave it in the center, text align to the center. So now we will target the unordered list, ul. So again, categories ul. What I am going to do, I am going to give the padding as 0. I am not saving it. See closely, see this, there is some padding here. Let me save it. The padding is gone, the padding is gone, but my this dots, they're coming outside, and generally in most of the cases we don't want these dots to come. So what we do, we do a list style and we'll make it none and save it. So when we make it none, they are gone. So we don't want any list styles. So after that, the anchor tags are there, which are blue in color, which by default it is not nice to show them blue color. So we will use the text decoration property here for that. So first let me target them. Categories A, anchor tag, I am targeting it. This A, I am targeting all of them. And first thing we will do is text decoration none. So text decoration none, if I do, see those underline have gone, and blue is not a good color for anything, so let me change it to black. And it will give them black color. So now one more important property which I am going to tell, it is the hover property, and it is generally there for the links. So we generally have them for the links, so I will, but we can have them for anything actually. Categories A, we're targeting A, and I have to give a colon and hover I have to give, and then color will be red. So let me save it. So now what happens, when I take the mouse over here, it will turn to red, it will turn to red, it will turn to red. So this is known as hover property. You might have seen it in many websites. When you take your mouse over the link, the color gets changed. So this is that hover property. So now the next thing to target is align, that individual align, and we will have some padding bottom of 6 pixel. So they're all close to each other, so we'll give a padding bottom. See, it will add a bit of padding here, and then let make a border, not the complete border. We have some shortcut also in border. We can give the whole border, or we can give border bottom also. So I will give it 1px. Instead of solid, there are some other properties also, like dotted hash 333, again a short form. Save it. See, a dotted line is formed below everything. So, and the list which we started, it have become so nice right now. So this is how we can style list by having different properties, and hope you learned a lot here. So this complete part 2 of the series. See you soon.